So this motto is so important. Part of the reason why it's so important, you got to have a motto to keep yourself cool. I've been sweating. I have my preacher rag. Just so y'all know, it's hot in here, but it's all good. But my motto.
Where's my preacher rag?
We got you after this. Yeah, it's a part of the contract. So one of the things though with the motto though, I love it is because I can always call on it. So like let it go, that part, like I let it go for me to God, to my faith, to family around me, but also be bold. And that's the brave part for me. Like I have to speak to who I truly am. Mm-hmm. And I'm wondering, Kennedy, you know, as you think about this idea of a motto, how do you embrace that to be brave and bold?
Yeah, you know what's interesting is we have a family motto, but I really never thought of it in the context of bravery, right? Our family motto is never settle. But if you really think about that motto, it forces you to be brave. Because if you're never settling for what the world is trying to give you, what someone is trying to offer you, right, as a compromise, and you always push forward to make sure that you get exactly what it is that you want, you have to be brave to step out and do that. So I'm going to tell my husband and my son, who came up with never settle, to put a pin in their hat.
Nice. Well, give them props. That's right. Give the brothers props out here. We need it. Us brothers, we need it. Nthenya, so what about for you? What's kind of a motto that you think about for yourself with wellness or bravery or any of those pieces?
Yeah, I wouldn't say that I have like a specific motto. I think just because of the way I grew up, I now am constantly just reminding myself that like I'm enough. You know, just like I'm an overachiever, of course. That's why I'm a stand-up comic. I'm just like, hey, I can do the hardest thing in the world, right? But yeah, I mean, I remind myself that I'm enough, I'm worth it. But I also meditate now, and that's just been very life-changing. I feel like it allows me to just like settle and know that everything is okay and that you can breathe pretty much through every feeling, whether it's painful, you know, or it's, you know, just anxiety, like whatever, you know, whatever the buzzing feelings could be.
Yeah. You know, one of the things I love about what both of you all are saying is really, do we need to pause real quick? Leon, I think it's a lot of noise going on right there. Okay, we can keep going. Okay. So one of the things I love about what you all are saying right now is it kind of brings us full circle, because the being enough and the never settling speaks to this idea, kind of an American idea of being the best you can be. But when you bring it to kind of being humble and being able to speak truth to power so that there's justice, and also in a way that allows you to show up every single time, considering how are my actions impacting other people around me, and in a meaningful way is huge. And I see how all of this kind of comes together for us, because one of the things I love about meditation and mindfulness practice is it gives you the space to have awareness, right? The space to have awareness around, you know, I'm being a jerk, or I'm being great, and I should give myself a compliment for it and not be so hard on myself.
Right. Yeah. And I will tell you, I used to be a person who never said the words, I'm sorry. I was very spoiled as a child. I'm the baby. And so I never really had to say I'm sorry, because everybody else would just, you know, acquiesce to what it is that I wanted. And so I did not, for a very long time, even know the words coming out of my mouth if I said I'm sorry, right? It had to be catastrophic for me to apologize for something, which is horrible. As an adult, I built the skill and muscle to look at how I contribute to every situation. So I'm never a victim. I'm always looking at, okay, so either I'm going to learn something from a situation that I'm in, or there's something that has happened that I've taken part in and I've contributed to a situation, and I want to figure out what that contribution was and how do I change that. And so now I am free to be like, you know what? I was a jerk. I'm sorry. I apologize for that. Now it's easy for me to do it. But before, when I was very immature and young, and I won't tell you how long ago that was, I couldn't even say that. I didn't even let my mind go to that place.
That's amazing. And that you've grown from that space. And all of the things that you had to do to get there. And this was meant to be a rapid fire freestyle roundtable discussion. And so what I want to close on is, if you all had advice for all of our Free Minds Festival attendees who are here today, this is the first thing they're hearing from us, and they really want to get something out of this day as it relates to their wellness, as it relates to being brave when it comes to racism and how racism may impact mental health. Just what advice or word of encouragement would you give? And I'll start with you, Nthenya. I was about to say Nthenya. Nthenya from Kenya. and then we'll end with you, Kennedy.
Gosh, what advice? I think being brave is a part of just accepting who you are. And I think that's been my focus for myself during this trying time is acknowledging who you are in all of your flaws. Like you said, like I grew up in Canada, so I freely say I'm sorry all the time. Sorry, I'm so sorry. It is so freeing to just be like, I'm sorry. My bad. Let's have a chat. You know what I'm saying? Let's have a conversation. My bad, girl. So yeah, just finding ways to really open yourself up and not, just as you don't want people to judge you, don't jump on judging them, trying to listen, try to find peace within. Because I find that, like, when I'm happy and I have like my own joy and peace, I can recognize it and see it in other people and recognize who needs help and maybe who needs my empathy, and they can lash out at me. I'm like, okay, I get it. You're in a spot, like just having that awareness of yourself and how you contribute to the world and is all I think is important right now.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. It matches the beauty of that headscarf. I really do like that. That thing is
I know,
fly.
we're all feeling
That thing is fly.
It's pretty.
What do you think, Kennedy?
My thing is, I want people to be more knowledgeable. All right. I want to see action. I want them to get out and do something. Please be an advocate for something, stand for something, but be knowledgeable about what it is that you're standing for. And don't just look at one television show, media outlet, news, television program, and make a decision on what position you're going to take. Do your homework. Like, pay attention, do some research, and then formulate your own opinion. Don't allow for people to feed you what they want you to do. Get your own opinion, have your own thoughts, and then move forward and do something.
Oh,
yes,
man.
Action.
Get
out there.
And this isn't the last we're going to hear from Kennedy. She's going to be doing our keynote, so I hope you guys are excited about that. Hey, let's give it up. Let's get y'all in the virtual audience. Give it up for our round table right here. We appreciate you guys. We're going to have an amazing day today with Free Minds Festival. We got so many exciting things planned, and we just thank Nthenya from Kenya. We thank Kennedy Garcia. We'll see you guys later. Take care. We see y'all. We in here. Look at all our fly gear. Look at this shirt. This shirt's fly. Those shoes are fly. That dress is fly. Everything's fly.